Good morning and welcome to my podcast today. I'm starting a new one based on everything that is happening in the news and around the world. Um, the title of this podcast this morning is, how far is the truth buried? And the reason why I chose this topic, or actually the topic chose me because people, it's just too much hypocrisy is going on. We have put people that we have elected, and I'm just looking at the whole picture. I'm not just slicing out one slice of the cake and just commenting on how that particular. I'm talking about the whole cake. And we are where we are today based on what I'm seeing of what the politicians, people in charge, people with all the control, with all the money. This is where we are today. And right now, from what I'm seeing, this country and the world is being affected by it all. I never could understand how we can just elect someone who wants to become president of the United States, which is fine, but I cannot understand how this person can be making the decisions that they are making in terms that affect the world, billions and billions of people living here, and especially in our country. How is that possible without knowledge or having experience? How can you do that? To my understanding, you can't, because you don't know anything about it. And you're making these decisions, you're not making them based on your knowledge because you have none. So apparently, you're there to represent people that want change. It's a system of control, a system of power. So the people that have all the money is not going to put their money, their family possessions at the hands of some stranger. It just doesn't work out like that I see. So why is this happening? Because people have no knowledge of what's going on. Why don't they have knowledge of what's going on? That's part of the plan. To keep people occupied, misdirected, fighting against one another, keeping the system of control that you have people thinking they're better than others, having people getting less educated than others, bringing other people in over top of these people. I heard something the other day on the news. This is stuff I'm hearing. And they said economically, in this ecosystem, how things work, is that blacks are on the bottom of the pay scale. Then you have Mexicans, Hispanics, second from the bottom. Then you have Caucasians. And this is their country. They control 85% of the population. But they're in third place on this pay scale. I think it said the Asians was number 4, Indians was number 5, and I think it said the Muslim population number 6. So, what does this tell you? It tells you people we are being controlled unconsciously. You voted for a convicted felon, regardless. He was convicted in court, 34 counts, guilty on all counts, regardless. They say he lost the election. He lost the election. To this day, he has yet to come out and say he lost. He was impeached twice. They say he instigated a coup on our government. A Capitol had people, instigated people to come in, and the people that was elected, was found guilty of destruction on our Capitol on January 6th. He let them all out of jail once he became president of the United States. And the American people are sitting back, seeing all this. But then at the same time, you can't come back. You see what's happening. Then you allow a man to give this man $250 million to help him get elected. You're not doing that for nothing, as we see. But people think, oh, this is okay for whatever reason. That's your reason that you believe in. You're entitled to that. But where does right and wrong, where does truth come in at? That's why the title of this, Truth, How Far is Truth Buried? This is a real world that we're living in. What happens in this world today and in the future is going to affect your children, their children. And what you're doing is you're just only allowing a certain few. Excuse me. Yeah, Reagan.
In my car.
Huh?
Somebody broke into my car.
Oh my goodness. They broke the window out or anything, or just broke?
No, that's the crazy part. There's no windows broken. When we got in the car, it's just everything was just like all the console stuff was out on the seat. Everything is in the glove box too. All my shit was all over.
What happened was you didn't lock your car door.
They had to, but I thought my car door after a few seconds locked itself.
My car, when I get out of my car the other day, the same thing has happened to me 2 or 3 times. I walked out the house in my car, somebody ransacked my car. And sometimes you have to check your door. Even the car I got in, I checked, locked it, and when I checked it, something said, check the door. I checked the door came open.
Oh my God, it feels like violation.
Oh, you was. But look on the bright side, it didn't break anything. You didn't break.
God.
Right. So just make sure from now on you don't leave anything on your seat, and also just check your door. But thank God that to me, minor. When you said broke in your car, I'm thinking windows and all that stuff gone.
I know, that freaking sucks. I'm going to ask Mad to see her camera because it was first in front of Mad's house, but I don't think our camera would pick it up. It don't go that far.
It was up or back to 44th Street. Which way?
No, it was like parked in front of like the alley where Mad's house is.
You might get that on our camera too.
That front
porch camera. The front porch camera goes to almost halfway of the house next to us.
I'm gonna check. It's not like I can do much about it. Thank God nothing broken or taken that I'm aware of. I don't have no money in here. I don't know why people think. What does people think? People leave money in their cars and stuff.
Well, you know what they do is they walk down the street and they're just pull the door handle, try to open it. You see what I'm saying? And when they hit yours, your door opens. So hey, look, they look around and run that right quick, see what they can find.
And they see nothing but lip glosses and dog toys. There wasn't nothing in this store.
Right. So let there be a lesson.
It is a lesson. I will never ever not check my doors from now on.
Right. See, so that's how you got to look at things to justify. It could have been worse, but now you got to check everything. You can't leave anything on your car.
You're right about that, man.
And look, if you get a chance, don't forget to do that thing for me online about that parking ticket.
Oh, yeah. You want to check it out, guys?
Huh?
Your registration information. You can take a picture of.
And send it to you. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll do it when I come in this week. We'll do it.
Cool. And then we'll just do it on the computer together.
Right. Okay. We can do that. All right, babe. Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Hello. I'm sorry about that, but that was my daughter calling me, telling me that someone violated her by breaking into her car. And it's a shame that these things happen. But getting back to what I was talking about, how far is truth buried, and the hypocrisy that's going on when you hear things about people today that's being prosecuted. I heard something about teachers were being prosecuted for something in corruption or something. So when you hear about this, and then you hear about politicians and even the President of the United States is elected, and yet he had guilty of 24 counts among so many other things. So where's the truth? Where's justice? There isn't any. Where's the role model? There isn't any. And we wonder why we're living in the world that we're living in. We're living in it because we created it. We created this, and we're still creating it. Children today, every time you turn the news on, more and more children are taking the lives of other children, or committing violent crimes. I went and I spoke in a public school the other day for Career Day. And I went in, they had other representatives was talking about careers that they were in and explained to them and talked to them about it. But I just being a philosopher and a life consultant, I just went in talking to the students, even though I am a successful businessman. And I've been in business for over 50 years. But I was trying to talk to them about the, let's say, principles, principles of business, what it takes for the individual to be successful in business, regardless of what business it is. I was talking to them about the principles. And the way these students came into that classroom, the way they were looking, they was in there. Most of them was on their cell phone. They had their heads on the desk, uninterested in anything, talking amongst themselves throughout. And we were trying to tell them, when people was telling them about the job they were in, I'm trying to tell you, hey, this is what you have to do if you want to be successful, if you want to be a part of the future. This is what you yourself have to do in order to just attempt to be a part of it. Because it's not like it was when I was coming up. Times are different. AI, robotics, they're coming after you. Competition, there are people from all over the world that you have to compete against. And when I looked at them, I really, I felt terrible for them. And I'm looking at, the teachers. I don't know if I can't speak for them, but I'm sure they're doing their best. But it just looks like they're just, you have a fire, you're not trying to put it out, you just want to contain it so it just doesn't get away from you, so you can get out of control. But then the more I thought about it, it's not the kids I need to be speaking to as much as it is the parents I need to be speaking to. And people, just because we are a certain age and you can do what you want to do, it doesn't make you an adult. I don't care. I don't care how much money. Sometimes you look at these rich so-called movie stars, glamorous women, and so-called handsome men. I don't understand how they get that because all of them seem to be rich. But you got these women, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marriages, men. I mean, that's their business. That's how you want to live your life. But don't put that out there and flaunt it like it's a big thing when you see the repercussions of what you're doing. When you see these children out here are imitating you in real life and not realizing there are real life consequences for all that stuff. They're ill prepared for life, education, and this is what I try and do. So parents, you're not doing your job. Bottom line. You're not. These role models, do what you want to do. However you want to live your life. Be whatever you want to be. But don't feel like you can go out, even though, and flaunt that, knowing that you're setting an example, a path for these young kids to follow. Your way may be good for you, but it may not be good for the next person. So I think there has to be a limit of what you're doing out here. Don't sit up here and say, oh, now all of a sudden, I heard on the news again today, all of a sudden, now they want to go after these smoke shops that's selling drug paraphernalia. They want to do that. But yet, You just passed a law that's okay to buy pot, smoke pot. You've been passed a law that was okay to smoke cigarettes. The law is okay to drink liquor. So come on. And people be talking about, oh, this person and that person, this person is better than that person, this, that. Guess what? I'm a veteran. When I was drafted during the Vietnam War, I was drafted. They don't tell me in the war if you in the battlefield, only try and protect your race, make sure they don't get shot. No, that's not how it works, people. We're all in this battle together. We all look out for each other. That's how it's done. That's how it should be done. But no, it ain't like that out here. And you're hurting yourself because I'm going to tell you, there is strength in unity. We all need one another. We all need to work together. We all need to respect one another. We all need to get educated on a certain level or put it there. You don't make it so people are envious of one another and this person can't get that and this person is treated this way. You're creating the environment that we have today. We have to bring truth, and we have to let people that's in the position that's running things to be truthful. If you're not, go. How can you be on a job if you're caught stealing or doing something you have no business? They let you go. But yet you can be in politics, running the country, handling billions upon billions of dollars, maybe even trillions, and you go in and get caught stealing, get caught money with gold under your bed and this and that, and be convicted, and you're still in government? Whose fault is it? It's the American people's fault. These people that's running things have to be and must be held accountable. You're not doing that. You're only looking out for yourself. These politicians are representing the people in their district. That's what I've said a minute ago. When I go to war, I'm not just fighting for people over here. It's about everybody. And these people that just keep these people in office knowing they're no good, but as long as they put some in your pocket, they're okay. It's not okay. That's not how things are done. So you're part of the problem. Or should I say you are the problem? How can you let somebody that names done came up? A politician that's in this government, their name should never even be associated with corruption. If it does, then guess what? Get out of office till this mess is straightened out. They get lies. They got money to pay all these high-powered lawyers. They got money to pay the judges. They got money to pay this. And how the hell is that going on? Now you got a president now talking about running a third term. And then everybody now that's in the office talking about it. But you know all this shit was coming before it even surfaced. How the hell can you think somebody don't want to give up, never admitted to losing it first? They're going to get in office the second time, put all his people in place. What make you think he's getting out? He put these people in so he can stay in. Y'all act like y'all don't know. If you don't know, if you can't figure this stuff out, you're in the wrong place. You have the wrong job. And some of these politicians make me sick. They get up and talk the same old mess. Now they want to talk about this. But when it's happening, they don't even open their mouth. That's the other side. So the other side is just as bad as the other side. On one side, let you know, we over here for you. But guess what? When they're in office, nothing is done. Things are worse now than they've ever been. So guess what? They're all working together. They're all rich. So if a president gets in office cutting tax breaks for the rich, guess what? I don't see none of them raising their hands to yo, I'm rich, don't give me no tax break. Do you see that? I don't see it. People, you got to wake the hell up. You're just outright stupid, and you think you're doing something. You let your own ill ideas and thoughts entrap you into a system that you think you are above. 85% of the people in this country are Caucasian people. And I just said something they said on the news the other day. You are number 3 as far as payroll. They said the average Caucasian payroll is $60,000. They said the average black is, I think, $36,000. Average Hispanic, I think like 40,000, something like that. But you know what I mean? But the people at the top, you know, nowhere to be found. And I don't even think they didn't even mention the Jewish people. They didn't even mention it because I guess they own everything. So it's not even so much about well, it is too, because how you going to have a good economy when in your ecosystem you got 2 or 3% of the people owning 90% of the wealth. That's a recipe for destruction right there. You know, chaotic, purging, all kinds of stuff. You know, somebody knows something, and it's more that's, I think, more that's being in the process of being done that we can imagine. We only know what these people tell us. You understand? So we have a lot to think about, and we got to get the truth out in the forefront so we can start doing something about it and working together to build this country, to save this country, to save ourselves, to save all of us. It behooves everybody to see to it that everybody's educated. Everybody got a decent education. And thank you all very much.